Hello, my name is Dante Renee, and welcome to the 10 Room Bizarro YouTube page where I talk about films that I believe need to be talked about more. Like tonight's film, 1974's Gator Bait. This is 1974's Gator Bait, and that on the cover right there, folks, is the infamous Claudia Jennings. Claudia Jennings, she was known as a Playboy playmate, but she was also in a host of other films, some of which I've reviewed on this YouTube page already, like Single Girls and Truck Stop Women, and she's been in a bunch of things, and you can check out some of those other reviews in this YouTube page of movies that she was in. She tragically died young, but this is one of her films from 1974, directed and I believe written also by a husband and wife, Ferd and Beverly Sebastian, and very interesting special features on this Panama Films release, which I believe is directly from them, the husband and wife, as they do some Christian witnessing in the special features. It's very, very interesting, but this is not a Christian film, but it looks like they have changed through the years a bit, and while they're still releasing this film. This is the back of the movie right here. Got some screenshots here. Very nice. And actually, I watched this through a Blu-ray, even though this is a DVD, and it actually looked really, really good. Really good. This is... I got this pretty cheap on Amazon some years back, and I'm not sure if it's still in print, but I know it's online easily to be seen on YouTube and things like that. But I believe that you can pick this up on eBay or Amazon for a fairly reasonable price if it did not already go out of print. Now, they also made a sequel, Gator Bait 2, which I will be looking at in the future on this YouTube page as well. But the taglines on the front of this poster, DVD art is, "They killed her kin, they burned her out, they made her a savage. She gave them revenge. Cajun style." This is 1974's Gator Bait. Here it is, folks. Let's get into this movie right here. Gator Bait is a very, very well done, interesting, tense, violent, Cajun exploitation revenge film. This has twists and turns and a bit of survival, all out in the swamps and in the South, and feeling the vibes of history and vengeance and misleadings and lies and murder and just savagery, and this, we have a murder, and this murder has been wrongly placed on someone else, and as a result of that comes much violence and hatred, as things from the past are also brought up as well. There's also some class war in this film with the various people who live in the swamp, around the swamp. This is Gator Bait. This, as I stated a bit ago, this is an exploitation film, a revenge film, Cajun survival in the swamps, survival in the woods film, violent, a bit of rape revenge. This is a pretty brutal, violent, interesting, extremely well acted, tense, beautifully paced, beautifully shot film that has the wildness of exploitation, and yet the sophistication of almost a dramatic film. This is Gator Bait, 1974. Let's start first and foremost with the music for this film. Obviously, if this is a film that is seeped deep in the swamps, in the Cajun atmosphere, we're going to have harmonicas, we're going to have banjos, and we do. We have them fast during fast scenes, and we have them slow and atmospheric during those slow, tense scenes. We also have great usage of silence in the film, just allowing natural sounds of the swamp and of fighting, wrestling, the sounds of gators and birds and the water and tense discussion. We also have a theme song that's played throughout the film that includes the lead character's name in it. In the film, Claudia Jennings is Desiree, and that's Claudia Jennings again there. And we have this amazing kind of country bayou folk classic rock song that gets played a variety of times throughout the film, and it evokes feelings, it evokes emotions, it feels really good. It definitely has a 70s vibe to it, mixing with the Cajun vibe a bit, and it almost reminds me a bit of the band from the 70s called Seals and Crofts, if you're familiar with them. They had a big song called Summer Breeze, also Diamond Girl and a couple others. You can search them out. So we do have a variety of music in this film, and we also have a great usage of natural sounds with no music at all to really intensify the violence and the tension of Gator Bait. Now, when we look at the style and the cinematography for this film, we have a husband and wife duo, doing the directing in here, and I believe the writing also, and possibly the producing. And you can really see, there is such a sophisticated, beautiful vibe to the cinematography in this film. You are engulfed in the swamp. You feel the swamp. You feel dirt. You have a grit and grime and dirt under your nails. You see the alligators. It doesn't seem like any stock footage at all in here. You see the water snakes. There's these, it feels hot and sweaty, intense, and there's these unbelievable boat chases through the swamps, just well shot, great POV shots in this film, just an unbelievable balance of well done action sequences, well done slow, tense, hiding in the woods sequences, enraged violence and vengeance and cruelty, and then the beauty of the swamp, the beauty of the water, the beauty of the marshlands, and of the boats. There's this unbelievable shot at the end of this movie that deals with the reflection in the water, and as that reflection in the water then starts to ripple. Yes, I am saying it. It is an unbelievable shot for the climax of this movie. This is a movie of intense, beautiful acting, scenery, atmosphere, violence, sexual violence, a bit of sexploitation, and it's a film of characters, of their stories, of their personalities, and just the natural violence of the different personalities and the histories of this variety of characters together in this film. As this film starts, you can sense the tension, the sexual tension, the violence, just as the film begins. We don't have gore in this film. We don't even have that much blood. But when there is blood, and when there is a gunshot or a knife, or a drowning, it's real, it's raw, it's brutal, definitely in the exploitation realm. It's some things are hard to watch, hard to stomach. There's this level of darkness in the violence in this film. It's brutal, but it's not bloody. It's not gory. It's not like that. It's raw. You feel it. It's heartbreaking. It's intense. Claudia Jennings, just with her high shorts and her open jean vest with no bra, she has such a level of sexuality in this film, with the angles, capturing her legs, her thighs, her butt in those shorts, a bit, her cleavage in the jean vest, and also a bit of her nipples at times that kind of cascade out of that vest. She provides this level of raw sexuality in this film, but she is far from just a sexual presence in this film. She is a very dangerous presence and a very storied character and presence in this film, who is a survivor, emotionally and physically, who is a keeper to her family. She has a sister who also I've seen her before, I believe. Beautiful. She's fully nude in the film. You don't see her vagina, but you see her butt and her breasts and her legs. And she also provides a great sexual presence to the film as well. There's a level of poverty here, obviously, living in the swamps, living in a, ramshackle shack, type of deal, and hunting for your food. She is a survivor, Claudia Jennings, and she is barefoot through the film. If you like feet, you'll like that as well. But she's barefoot in the film, and the swamp, is her home, especially in the far reaches of the swamp. And we see them, see her hunting snakes and alligators, and an anteater. And there's a level of intensity in this film. There's no camp, there's no comedy, especially in those moments where there's no music. That really brings a tone to the scenes of fighting. And there's a fight sequence in here that I thought was so well done as well, and edited. It's an emotional film in the characters' rage and sense of family. But at the same time, animalistic tendencies and brutality and savagery. Gator Bait has a story that goes back, way back, as you discover it amongst the characters. A bunch of characters surviving out in the woods, a story of vengeance and brutality, and a yearning for sex. This is 1974's amazing masterpiece, Gator Bait. Here it is, folks. What an unbelievable film that needs to be talked about more. It needs a Blu-ray. It needs everything. This is Gator Bait. I'll be looking at the sequel in the future, which is also an awesome movie, and I'll be looking at that as well. Thank you so much for watching this page. Feel free to check out all my other reviews of films that I believe need to be talked about more. Also, feel free to check out my own personal films by Googling Apartment 1014 Films. Thank you so much, and have a great night.